building last time, right? And Kartika, I hope that you are ready with your new resume, edited one, right? There have been great tips which have been shared by Omkar last session, and I'm sure you would have made use of it. So over to you, Omkar.
Yes, thank you. Thanks a lot, Avneet. So, ladies, again, one last time, good morning to everyone. This is the last session. This is where we put a wrap on everything that we have done so far. We began from effective communication, what to do as a part of being a good communicator, and now comes the part where we are talking about resumes and job search strategies. Last time, you all remember, we were discussing a lot about how a good resume should look. Kartika was kind enough to share her resume with all of us. Now, Kartika, I do hope, as Avneet was saying, you have an update on the resume, right?
Tried my level best. I'll just share my that is work with you. Just give me a comment for implementation.
Absolutely, absolutely. Whatever it is, I think we'll take a look at the resume. We will all share our inputs wherever applicable. Of course, I'll tell you where, if at all there are areas of improvement in the resume, we'll do them. Just to revise slightly based on what I was saying, there were a few questions that I had put out to all of you before the session ended. If you remember that slide that I had shared, I'll share it once again now so that you can kind of revise what we were doing. And let's see this. Okay, 1 minute. Let me share the slide again with you. Now, when we talk about resumes, right, I did mention to all of you that the part of personal branding has become very important in recent times, and hence that has to be included within your resumes. Now, let's see if we are able to take a closer look at this. Let me share the screen. Here it is. Okay. Now I think you all will be able to see the screen. These were the questions I had put out to you. Again, let's put this in perspective. What do you do better than anyone else? What is unique about how you do what you do? Let's put our minds through each question now. What words do you use to describe you when they introduce you to others? So let's assume I'm introducing you to someone else. What words would I be using? Some of these things, I know it's initially when you do these things in terms of resume building, job searches become slightly difficult to understand. But I'm trying to simplify this as much as possible. All of these questions you might not immediately be able to answer. Maybe step by step, you will get these answers. But what you can do is always focus on answering these questions, not just when you do personal branding or networking otherwise, but try to include them within your resumes as well. These are the questions people are looking for answers to. So if someone is looking for you, if someone is looking to hire you, what are the values that you are going to bring? Some of these questions, try to answer those values. Okay. Now I'll just move forward to the next slide. Before, of course, we'll come to Kartika's resume, which we need to look at. There is another thing which is very important in your resume. While building it, try to remember this. There are some words which make an impact. When you make a resume, we have to make sure that our voice within the writing is active voice. What is active voice? Please look at the screen carefully. Try to understand what I'm saying here. Accelerated, achieved, captured, conceived, designed, created, imagined, re engineered, right? What are these things? These things or these words tell people that you are actively taking part in the responsibilities you had. Try to include some of these words within your resumes. It just shows that your resume has an active voice. Very important to do this at this point. What do we normally do in the resumes? We include words like my duties included, or I was knowledgeable in, I was familiar with, I worked in. Some of these things we normally use. Try to get rid of these normal words when you're using them. Go active. When I say go active, Use words like accelerated, achieved, captured, conceived, designed, created, imagined. More active voice means a better resume to read, better to scan, better to read, more understandable, and it shows that you have authority over what responsibilities you took. So if you're heading, a team of people, you have to use words which actually defines you as a leader of a team. Don't just say I took responsibility, I worked on this, I was very active in this. Instead of that, use some of the words that I have put out. It is very easy to make an impression, right? When you're trying to make an impression, there are two things that count. One is how you have made the resume, which is the length of the resume, the design, the things that you have included, keywords, scannability, everything is important. That's the first part. The second part is how active your resume sounds. Even when someone reads it, is it active? So try to include the active voice. Again, something you all can change in your resume if you already haven't done so. If you feel there is a change of voice that is needed, again, I've told you last time, take help of ChatGPT, but be very, very careful about what you're telling ChatGPT to do for you. You can always tell I've put something like this, please change it to active voice. It will do the trick just fine. But make sure that before you paste it in your resume, you go through it once, read it carefully, and then you can start using that. Now, before I move along, before I move ahead, let us take a look at Kartika's resume. I think last time we have done this. Today, I'd like to take a look at it. Kartika, if you are
sir.
able to please open the resumes,
Yeah,
share
sure.
the screen, right?
Sure,
Please
sure.
go ahead.
So I hope you can see.
Okay. So I'm just able to see this now. Thank you. Now, all of you, okay, I'm looking at it. Yes, that is fine, but all of you are also looking at this resume. So let's try to do the analysis carefully about what she has done. One thing, Karthik, I've found better this time, of course, is the fact that you have completely changed the layout of the resume, which is very nice. This looks much better now as a resume itself. Even the picture looks different, right? Everything looks different now. So the look and feel of the resume, which is the first impression that I carry, is absolutely better, much better than what I have seen last time. One thing I'll still tell you though, can you tell me what font you have used here?
So actually, I used a template Lato. It's something like Lato.
You might have, Lato might be the font, right? Okay. So again, one thing to tell you is when you're using fonts, right? Any design thing when you use in a resume, make sure that you stick to the basics. What are basic fonts? Arial is basic.
Times New Roman character.
Even Times New Roman you can avoid, I feel.
Okay.
Go for Arial. Arial is basic. Okay. Helvetica is basic. Arial, Helvetica, sans serif, any sans serif font is good. Just the basic fonts are applicable. Use only those fonts. It helps. All of you who are making your resumes, who will redo their resumes in the future, make sure that you stick to the basic fonts. First thing. Second, always make sure that alignments, alignments of your text, how it is defined, left defined, center defined, right defined. Make sure that it is very, very clear. Now, Kartika, that's where you will need a little bit of work to be done.
Yes, sir. I did not focus on aspect. That is, I just put the matter into it, but yet
No
to
problem.
improve a lot, sir.
No problem. No problem. You can do it at peace whenever you have time. Just make sure that you spend some time doing the realignments, putting some fonts, replacing the fonts.
Sure,
This
sir.
will look much better in the future. Okay. Now let us focus on what Karthika has written first in the introduction part of the resume. Karthika, can you just read it out for all of us?
Yes, sir. Sure. So resourceful and passionate online math tutor. with 10 plus years of experience in teaching mathematical concepts like algebra, trigonometry, probability, statistics, and geometry to school students and engineering graduates.
Okay.
Proven track of record of providing personalized attention to meet the learning gaps of the students and teach complex maths in a fun way to excel in academics.
Okay, fantastic. Again, much better than what you have done in the past. Just one or two areas of improvement. Again, something that you can take as a pointer here. You have included some good keywords within the first part, right? Algebra, trigonometry, probability, statistics, geometry. All of these things can be in bold.
Cool.
Okay. Once you put this in bold, it suddenly gets highlighted within all the systems which are there in place who scan your resumes. What is, like I was saying last time, what is the ATS doing essentially? ATS is just scanning your resumes for keywords, nothing else. The moment it finds it, it is going to put you where you belong. So, bolding the keywords is the first step. Now, let's come to the experience part. The first work experience that you have said, okay, provided one-to-one tutoring for 15 plus domestic and international batches, successfully improved the average grade of students from C to B and A grade. Okay, fantastic. Again, when you write these sentences, structuring them in a way where this becomes more active voice. I just made that point. Just take this whole thing, paste it in ChatGPT, tell ChatGPT, convert this paragraph or these bullet points into active voice. That's it. You'll get the entire result. Make sure it is correct first and then paste it here. This will look even better after you have done that. Okay, now let's keep going ahead. Second experience that you have played a key role in successful publications of 5 plus research papers in reputable journals and conferences. Now, just one pointer to add here. Again, people who are listening to this, make notes of what we are talking about. The first pointer can have some additions. When you say 5 research papers in reputable journals / conferences, which ones? Mention them. Okay, it helps. Everything is about impressions. I've told you. It helps if you mention them.
Yes.
Now, I'll tell you how this works. If the ATS is able to scan your resume, finds the keywords, your resume goes forward. Now it is being read by a person. ATS is not going to care about reputable journals and conferences, but the person reading it will. So again, it just clicks. Okay, so she has done this, for this journals, for this conferences. Fantastic. It's a value add. Try to highlight whatever value additions you have. It always helps. Support in successful completion of 6 academic projects and assisted in to publish 10 papers in peer-reviewed journals and conferences. Okay, fair enough. Again, give details as much as possible. In the third experience, you have also put some good numbers. I can see 7 plus undergraduate courses, 300 plus undergraduate students, improving their academic progress by 20%. Fantastic. This is precisely what I was looking for. So all the others, again, who are listening in, whatever success story you have in your previous organizations, previous work that you have done, try to include or add numbers wherever possible. Numbers are very attractive for people when they actually read your resume, go through it. They'll be able to say, you know what, this person knows the job very well. Your hiring chances are magnified. So try and include numbers wherever possible.
So suppose if they are asking the proof to be, that is, they want to see the proof, means how can we justify it? Because we produce, okay, so the list of result is available in the previous colleges. Correct. So do I need to have a copy of that along with me, or in case if they want to?
There is a very less chance that they might actually ask you to do that. Okay, no one has that much time these days. Okay. But let's assume that they do. Okay, someone does.
Okay,
If you have that, it always helps, right?
okay, sir.
Again, let me tell you something. Don't fake numbers also.
Yeah.
Don't fake anything in your resume for that matter, but make sure that your contributions are there, presentable and magnified in such a way where it becomes a value add-on for the person who's hiring you.
Okay. Actually,
Okay?
I got one doubt in this part, sir, because in math
Yes.
tutor role,
Correct.
we did demo sessions along with the marketing team, and
Okay.
we enrolled more students to the program. So
Right.
we got a mail that this student has enrolled because of your demo session. So like that,
Right.
I have got a list. So can I have the list
Fantastic.
with me? Like 30 plus students,
Yes.
I enrolled it.
Yes, absolutely. Why not? That is in fact very good if you have that. See, that is a contribution you did, right? It is
Yeah.
because of that the students came.
Yeah.
So please include all of these details. All the others who are doing this, please, as Karthik has given this example, you will have the same example or similar example in your own fields. Try to include these numbers and try to make sure that they are provided within your summaries and work experiences. Okay. Now I think fine. The education, the experience part, and then you have said education, then projects, right? You have included some projects.
In the research paper, I have given the number of this ISSN numbers, so they can, you told now, just the peer reviewed journal.
Absolutely, absolutely, fantastic. I think you have. This has been done very well. This is fantastic, Kartika. Very nice resume. Good to look at. Very easy to read. Scannable, yes. Few areas of improvement. I've already told you those, but apart from that, this is very nice. Good to look at. On the left hand side, I think you have also added a few skills like software skills, professional achievements, right? Expertise skills, expert skills, you can say. Okay. Don't say expertise skills, expert skills, software skills. Fair enough. Professional achievements. Okay, great, fair enough again. Now there are 3 or 4 sections there on the left, which is again very nice because when I look at the resume, when I'm actually browsing through it, I'll get to see this first on the left. That is your key skills, which I'm looking to probably hire for. One other very important concept I'll give you is the F concept. What is the F concept? Do you know the letter F? F has 1 line and then 2 lines. In design language, we call it as F concept. That means the most important information comes on the left. F. So 1 line, then first, then second. So follow the F whenever you are making a document or a resume. In general, this applies everywhere. But for resumes, this applies even more. There are 2 areas which people will scan first. One is the introduction part, and second is the left hand side where you have your skills. So what is the place to do that now? The skills part. What shall we add there? Keywords. All your important keywords are supposed to go here. Make sure that they are aligned in such a way that when someone scans it, perfectly everything will be able to be read and understood. Okay. So just 2-3 areas of improvement, Kartika, for you. Otherwise, you have done very well with the change of resume, right? As I would call it. Now, guys, because you all are listening so intently, I presume I can see Kartika, yes, because Kartika is sharing her resume with us, but you all are listening. What is everyone's view on Kartika's resume now? Can I have some views? Chat window is open. Is this good, bad, what? Let's hear it.
Yes, sir. I felt it's a very detailed one.
Good. Pavitra says good. Shruti says good. Fantastic. Dhanya, you are speaking, right?
Yes, sir. I felt
Omkar?
the resume is a very detailed, nicely presented one.
Okay. So, okay, Rashmi, you want red color for what exactly? I would like to know. Madhushri, good. Shruti, again, great. Fantastic. Now, it gives you all an idea of creating your resume like this. Okay, let this be a template of how your resume should look. These are very simplistic resumes, but they do the job perfectly fine. There was a time highlights red color is fine. Okay, so are you asking me or telling me, Rashmi?
I use the red color in highlighting the institution name.
No, actually, I'm asking whether red color is fine for highlights.
Oh, you are asking. Okay, okay. So I was
Yeah.
confused whether you are telling me or asking me. Okay. So ideally, if I have to tell you, avoid using red if you can. Okay.
Okay.
Because red is aggressive. Don't use
Yeah.
aggressive colors. So I
Okay.
think Rashmi was kind enough to point this out to us, which is true as well. It's good that she pointed this out to you. Area of improvement. Don't use red color if possible. Go for any other color. Make sure that you can use blues. Blues are good in resumes. Try to use more of blues. Don't use any gaudy or dark colors. Doesn't look good, right? Now, this format of resume again is a very simple format, but a very doable format for all of you. There was a time in between, maybe 1 year, 2 years back, 3 years back, maybe, where resumes started to become more colorful. Suddenly, people were adding more photos. They were adding more things, more colors, more designs. They were making it more funky, right? That time also came about 2 years back, 2, 3 years back. Suddenly again we are going back to the basics. Why? Because the systems came in place. Suddenly ATS came. When ATS came, people said, oh my god, this whole thing is not going to get scanned. Let me go the usual way of making a resume. This is a usual way. Put your skills on top or on the left. Make sure that your experience is there in the center. Include the keywords, all of it, whatever you want, which of course you will be able to justify. Second, put all the keywords in bold. That is all you have to do to make sure that your resume looks clean, readable, scannable. I'll repeat again: clean, readable, scannable. That's it. Nothing else you need. Now, Kartika, you can just stop sharing your screen and then I'll get back to sharing my screen.
And one more doubt I have,
Yes,
sir.
yes. Go on.
Actually, my past experience is all based on teaching, sir.
Okay.
So presently, I am preferring to shift to an IT oriented.
Right. Okay.
So for that, I am doing the courses. So in this course, I'm just submitting a few projects like that is the end of the course project, right?
Right.
So can I mention? Actually, I have mentioned here. So these are the things submitted. After the submission, I got certificate from the Simply Learn.
Correct.
So can I include that? Actually, this is not related to the.
No, but please include that. I'll tell you why. Because see, at this point, your experience is always going to be leaning towards the teaching field because you have done that in the past.
Yes.
But your future is different. You don't want to go in the same track again. So now what is going to happen? The other things that you're doing in terms of projects, learning, skills, development, all of those things, try to add it in a section where they are more visible. So even this, the projects part or whatever certifications you're doing, try to include it somewhere again by adding a section, maybe even on the top, and mentioning it so that people know you're targeting that role.
Okay.
Okay. The mention of it is very important. Otherwise, it is not going to work for you. Otherwise, again, it becomes, even a tutor's or a math tutor's resume.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So be very skillful about adding your skills. I know difficult to understand. Be very skillful about adding your skills. Know where it should be, on top, at the bottom, in the center. Where will you include keywords that make a difference between what you are doing in the past to what happens in the future for you. Maximum how many pages a resume it should be? Okay, 1 to 2 pages at best, Rashmi, not more than that. I said this last time, I'm saying it again. A good resume is 1 page or max 2 pages, not more than that. Everything highlighted in the first page continues in the second page, keywords in bold, information on the left and on top. That's it. You don't need anything else. Keep the designs minimalistic. What Kartika has done right now with the resume is exactly what we need. Minimalistic designs. We don't need the resume to be like, very funky, looking very nice, or looking, very modern and stuff. That's not required now because that time is gone. You can just keep it very minimalistic. There is another thing which I think all of you will have to do to match your resumes with the job descriptions. Okay, I think I have a question. What about teaching experience is valid if switching into IT? Okay. Danya, can you explain your question to me a little more?
So
Yes.
presently, when Karthi has posted the her resume, she
Correct.
have mentioned the experiences which she had. That is all about teaching, right?
Correct.
Now she
Correct.
is switching into IT.
Yes.
So where
Yes.
she don't have, she just have her project. That is the experience,
Correct.
I believe. So is that valid to mention all the teaching experiences, or just the project that we have to mention in the resume for the particular post?
You can mention only that, but then there is a problem with doing that, because how many projects will you mention? You might have, like, you would have worked on 4 projects, at best 5, right? Now
Yes,
that's
yes.
not going to be enough. Then what is the other thing we'll do with the space in the resume? Nothing we can do
Exactly,
for that.
exactly.
But instead of this, if Kartika puts numbers within the resume, that, what, I did this demo online, and because of that, she said, 50 plus students or whatever joined. This is useful for anyone who's now considering her for an IT kind of role also, because her interaction was there, which made sure that students were able to join. Some process she did, which is now going to add value to them. So then her focus has to be on value addition, not the teaching experience, just to mention those things that she has done in the past. So
We
for
have to
her,
customize
you
accordingly.
have to customize. You have to That's why I said each role needs a customized resume. So what is the easiest way to do this? Finalize one design. Okay, now Karthik has made one design. This will be her final design for all the resumes. She will only make content changes. That's all. She will not change anything else. She will keep making changes, modify the keywords, switch the headings if required, and then she will push the resume. Make your work simple, but make sure that customization is always there with the resumes. Now, let me come to something very important. Let me see if now, because we are going into job strategies, let me begin by asking you this question. How many of you? Yes, sorry, Kartika.
Shall I stop sharing, sir?
Yes, please. You can stop.
Thank you for your valuable feedback, sir.
Most
I thank
welcome.
everyone.
And this looks better, Kartika. This is much better now. Just a few tweaks here and there. I think your resume is all good to go. Nothing else is required. Okay. Fantastic. I think we all should give her a round of applause for doing this. I really appreciate, Kartika, you have put an effort to create a resume, right? You didn't have to do it. In the beginning, you had not joined. I thought you are not coming only today. I thought now this is going to be a big joke, because I told Kartika to modify the resume. She herself has not come. I was almost about to say this, but then you came, which is good. So for all the others, make sure that you know what Kartika has done. Kartika, can you please tell us one more thing before we move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Where did you make this design? What tools did you use?
Actually, I referred, I had the content in my mindset. These are the things that I did in my job. So I just referred as resumes from different websites based on the tutor rule. Then, as you mentioned, I used the Canva, sir. I got the template from Canva only.
Okay, great.
Then I used the ChatGPT just to structure the sentence.
Okay.
So then colors and all based on my the content and all based on the old resume.
Great, fantastic. But
in the resume, most of the resume, I noticed that, sir, they have quantified the data, like this much students, this much percentage improvement. Even the software engineer also, they have mentioned that, see, because of this work, the project has the fund raised by this much. So like that they have mentioned it. So that keyword I just got from the examples.
Very nice. Very good. So again, just one time effort, right? To get one resume in a good position, layout wise, colors wise, detail wise, is a one time effort for all of you. Modification is a very easy effort. You can keep modifying it later on. But get one good resume done and make one good CV. So two things you need: one detailed CV, one basic resume. Copy should always be there with you. The moment someone asks, you can push it to them. Now coming to the most important part. We all strategize how to search for jobs. You all have your own strategies, I'm sure. Let me ask you something. What is the first thing that we do in job searches if you're looking out for a job? Let's say we go on LinkedIn, some other websites. We see some job descriptions. Now, what is it that you look for in a job description? Can anyone tell me? How do you match the job description to your resume? Tell me.
For example, when I was searching for an online tutor role, they have asked, so are you willing to work in the night shift, like your shifts, or in the normal Indian shift, Indian timings? And how many hours do I need to dedicate per day or per week?
Right. Okay.
So, and that is a knowledge. That is for the role, how much years of experience you had in this field. If it is a tutor, or if it is like a trainer or project engineer, whatever it is. So, and location and remote, or there is hybrid, whatever it is.
Okay, fair enough. So let's put this in perspective, right? Remote, hybrid working environment, office environment, location, shift timings, 2-3 things we'll put aside. Okay, that's the basic requirement you will look for. Let's come to the actuals of where you match up with your skill set to a job description. As it is with resumes, we all talk about keywords, no? In job description also you have keywords. They'll mention specifically what they want in job descriptions. How do you know whether you match? How many of you feel that till now, wherever you have applied, reading the job descriptions, you match 100% to the job descriptions as a profile, as a candidate?
Exactly 100%, sir, but at least to 70% I match. So few
what
things
is a minimum? What is a minimum? Minimum you have to match. How much?
70% minimum matching, sir.
70%. Okay.
I did like that. Yeah.
Kartika is saying 70%. What do the others feel? Job description matching your profile. How much percentage is okay? Give me numbers. Come on. You will have something in your mind. 75. Okay. 5%. Okay. Let's say the 5% maybe will not make a lot of difference. But still, I'll accept 75. Okay. Fair enough. What about the others? 50 to 60, Rashmi says. Okay. Fair enough again. 50%. 60%. Depends on the requirements. I agree, Pavitra. Depends on the requirements. Skill set should match to 50%. Danya says. Okay, fine. 70% Pavitra. Your skills versus your job descriptions that you see. From what I have seen with my experience, the ideal match is between 60 to 70% at least. You cannot go below 60%. Okay. If it's just a 50-50 match, more chances you will not get listed. So the first strategy of getting a good job is getting rid of bad jobs. Start with that first. You only apply for jobs by comparing job descriptions to your profile and matching skills 60% to 70% at least. Otherwise, do not apply to those jobs. You will not get shortlisted. You will not have interviews. Most people have told me whenever they come to me, and most of them, fortunately or unfortunately, are ladies who are looking out for jobs because they have restarted their careers. they always come to me and say that, I've applied to so many places, I'm not getting a response. Why are you not getting a response? Only two reasons. One, your resume is not good enough to get a response. You're not getting listed. That means the problem that we sorted out right now with Kartika's resume. Second, you don't match with your skill sets. Job description is saying something else, you are doing something else. You feel there are 3 skills match. There is okay, 10 skills are put, 3-4 skills you match. So you apply, thinking that they will shortlist you. They will not. What is the idea of good job search strategy? Filtration. Simple thing of filtration. Start filtering job which only match your skills by 70%, minimum 60 to 70%. Whichever platform you use, I don't care if it is Indeed or Naukri.com or LinkedIn, wherever you go, make sure that there is a match. There is only one scenario in which you will get hired even if your skills don't match. What is that scenario? Tell me. Let me rack your brains a little. So let's say Pallavi is not, her skills are not matching. Still, I am ready to hire Pallavi. Why? What is the reason?
You said by looking into the profile that they see by giving the training, they will do better.
But how will I know whether she right now she's not matching? No. See, if it is a training thing, like by even what Pavitra is saying in the chat window, which is fine. But training happens after you are hired, no? Now the problem is she's still not matching the skills. So why will I hire her? What is the reason for me to hire her?
So maybe because of the attitude or proactiveness that mentioned in the resume, or roles and responsibilities she has played, how she is learning the things, new things.
No. Confidence, Shweta says, which is fine. But how will I know about her confidence if I haven't spoken to her at all, right? I'm talking of everything before, before her resume is even shortlisted and I have had an interview with her. How is this going to happen? Now, yes, someone.
Excuse me, sir.
Neetu. Yes, Neetu.
Sir, it may be possible I know her, you know her better than other.
I know her personally, right? I know her personally. Exactly.
Yes,
through network.
Yes. Guys, it is very simple. Okay. Why am I going to go all the way in saying, Pallavi, you know what? Let's do the interview. Okay. I'll make sure that you go through. Doesn't matter. You come, your skills don't match, but I'm there, no? Why the I am there comes? Because I know her. Now, the third part of why people do not find jobs these days. They don't know anyone in the industry. No one. How many influential people you know in the industry? Let me take a test right now. Okay. Kartika, mathematics, right? Your core subject is teaching mathematics. Tell me one influential person you know in mathematics. Tell me. In your network, huh? Not a person you know. In your network. You know anyone? Influential person who can influence decisions, hiring decision, management decision.
So my guide and my HODs.
Who else?
And even that is from my previous companies, the top role persons like the HR level.
Someone apart from that?
And few of my my friend's spouse.
Apart from that? No.
So
right?
now I am just with Herkey.
Everyone, including you, even Pavitra is saying my managers, colleagues from previous company, which is fine. But what will the previous colleagues and managers do for you right now? What is a network that you have outside of this is what I'm talking about. Pallavi, what is your core area of work?
It's web development, sir.
Web development. Tell me one influential person you know in web development.
Few of my, ex colleagues. That's it.
Apart from that,
None.
no one.
No
Right?
one. Yeah.
Let me break the news to all of you. Okay? You guys at this point have no network. Absolutely no network.
Yes.
How will you find jobs? In the market that we are right now, which is a very bad market, by the way, outside, you know who's getting hired? People who know people who are at influential positions are getting hired. If I am in the hiring position, you have to know me first, right? You have to tell Omkar, okay, I met Omkar at this event. We have exchanged details. I'm connected to him on LinkedIn. I've also done a call with him. I know what he does. He also he also knows what I do. That is a connection that can work for. Otherwise, why will I make an effort to put your name to someone? We don't do anything to network. Job strategy you're asking me. I'll tell you one simple thing, one simple tip to begin talking about, because we are talking about job strategies right now. First, find people, influential people in your industry. Let me give you some targets today. Kartika, maths, mathematics, tutoring, teaching, IT related jobs which which you are targeting right now. There are certain people who already hold those positions, right? Those are your targets. These are the people who influence decisions in that area, in that field. You have to be connected to them. And when I say connected, I don't mean just connected. Sent out a LinkedIn request, someone accepted, now we are connected. What next? Still, I'm not going to put a word for you. I'll only put a word if Kartika talks to me and tells me, Omkar, this is what I do. I just wanted to catch up with you, introduce myself. I work in these areas. I want to work more. I want to, go to a better position. I just don't know how to do it. That's where I'll say, okay, Kartika, you know what? I'll help you out. Do this and this will work for you. Or I'll put you through to someone who will help you. Let me put another tip for all of you. Everyone is ready to help you, but you never ask for help. We have forgotten the art of asking for help. How many times do we say, I need help? Say it, I need help. Please help me do this. People will help you. They are there to help you. Sometimes with some people, I know you just have to boost their ego slightly. You are such a nice person. What beautiful things you are putting on LinkedIn. He'll be like, Arey, what do you want? You tell me. I'll help you. And that person will make sure that that person helps you. He or she, doesn't matter what it is. Pallavi, web development, right? Pallavi, what do you wish to do in the future? Working in the same field, or you want to do something else?
After 10 years down the line, I would really like to make our entrepreneur, making our own websites, which will be helpful for the government as well, and even including the citizens.
Right now, how much experience you have?
Currently, I have only 1 year.
1 year experience.
Yes.
And there could be some technologies you have worked on.
Yes,
You're still working on some technologies, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Currently, I'm in contact with Avneet Kaur, so I think she might help me or some help.
You know what?
Yeah.
Pallavi, how many sessions you have attended now? This is the 5th one that I'm doing for you guys. How many
I have
attended?
Third one.
Third one you have missed 2.
Yes.
Okay, which ideally again you should not have done, but fine. Okay, I'll accept it. You have attended 3.
Yes.
Right? And today you are here. Now, at this point, I think only 1 or 2 people have made an attempt to connect with me on LinkedIn. No one else has. I don't know why. You think I will not be able to help you, or you don't want help, which is fine with me. I have no issues. You will end up making this complaint later that I'm not finding a job or I'm not finding work. Pallavi, I spent 17 years of my life in design.
Okay.
UI, UX, web, graphics. I know all of it.
Okay.
Okay. Am I a helpful person for you or not?
Yes, yes, you are.
What will you do for that?
First, I'll just contact with you on social, and then, if possible, wherever face to face, in person, I would really like to
You
make.
have to initiate. Huh? I
Yes.
will not initiate.
Yes, yes.
I will add you to my connections. I will leave it. Then I will not talk to you also.
Correct.
Because I will not have that much time to do that.
Yes, correct.
But if you want to do it, you will do it. Right? Strategy number 2. When you find people who are influencing others on social media platforms like LinkedIn or the Herkey portal, anyone, first thing you have to do is make a personal connect request. Go there, go to their profiles, first connect with them there. Then send them a message. It is very nice connecting with you. Someday I would want to catch up. Please let me know when you have time.
Okay.
First time, no one agrees.
Yes.
They'll say, okay, again, someone else has come. I don't know what she's going to ask. Some help she wants. She will now get behind me. 2, 3 follow-ups you will require to do. But how are you going to do that? Add value. Start adding value. Post comments on their profiles, on their posts. Like their photos. Do everything that influences the person to help. Otherwise, job searching is not easy. I'm telling you right now. Pallavi, if you wish to be an entrepreneur in the future, 10 years, let's say 10 years down the line, you will have to do something else, right? Forget about the job search part. Job search will be done and over with. Then you have to hunt clients.
Correct.
Even more difficult.
Yes.
Clients do not work with everybody. Why will they work? But if I find you skillful, okay, if I find you skillful, I can connect you to people who can get you work. Pallavi, please connect to this person, take work, do your work. What is needed?
Passion.
Pavitra, Kartika, Dhanya, Neetu, everyone, Rashmi, please start networking first. Do not fall behind in networking. Do not fall behind in communication when it comes to networking. Try to be slightly shameless. It is okay. Nothing else works. Okay, there is humor in this, but it is a fact also. Okay, I've seen dynamic women, ladies, who get things done just like that. Dynamic personalities. How it makes a difference? When you look at a dynamic personality, you know, this is a confident person. I will talk to this person no matter what. They make an impression on you. Avneet is here. Avneet, are you there? She's gone on mute and video is off as well. And she's in office. So I presume she's somewhere else, but she will join us. Let's assume she comes back. I'll ask her 2 or 3 questions. You all can listen on how she answers. That is the point of doing this. So the first strategy is what? Let's rewind and take this again. Find one influential person, 1 or 2, in your area of work. How will you find these people? First thing, go to LinkedIn. Okay, search for your expertise. Let's say, what will Kartika search for? Mathematics. What? Mathematics expert, consultant, teacher, influencer, anything. Okay, include your own keywords while searching. What will your own keywords give you? The same results that I get when I search. Out of that, find a person who has almost double of your experience. So if you are 10 years, the person should have 20 years of experience in that field. Go to their profile. First, study their profile. Who are their connections? Where does this person work? Okay, good companies. He's the biggest influencer I can have in my list. Send them a request immediately. Your target should be to build 20 new connections in 1 month. Okay, again, I'll repeat that. 20 new connections in 1 month. It is not impossible to do. Very much possible and very easy to do if you know which are the people you are targeting. The idea behind doing this is, if you do not connect with people who are, who are going to help you get a job, they will never know about it, right? It's very easy to be very normal, but always know that people are looking for individuals who can offer value and who have the skills, whether it is a job or whether it is any kind of business they wish to give you. But no one is building a network right now. I think today, I guess Pavitra has probably made an attempt to connect with me, which I really appreciate Pavitra for doing that. The rest of you still have to do that. You have to start somewhere. Remember this. What am I working for right now? I train all of you guys on communication, resume building, job strategies. Who do I work with most? Women. So who will I be connected to? Just start thinking. What is a cascading network? The word is cascading network. One below the other, one below the other. Start thinking. It's a whole chain you can build out of it. But for all of this to happen, make one start. Third tip for all of you. How much time you spend on LinkedIn, I don't know at this point. The Herkey portal is doing a job where you can communicate and maybe get connected to a lot of ladies who are doing similar things to you. On LinkedIn, you can do a more profound networking. If you have to do that, then let's take one thing into account. How much time do you spend on LinkedIn every day? You are there on LinkedIn, right? All of you? I presume, yes. So if you all are there on LinkedIn, how much time do you spend every day? 1 hour. Pavitra says. Pallavi says 3 minutes. Pallavi, what do you do in 3 minutes?
No, sir. It was 30 minutes. Instead,
Oh,
it became just 3.
I got shocked. I was like,
Shocked.
what do you do for 3 minutes? Okay. 30 minutes. Okay. So Kartika says half an hour. Now let me ask you something. What do you do in those 30 minutes? What do you do in that 1 hour? Do you have a target in mind when you go on LinkedIn? Do you every day go with a target? You know what? I have to do this. For next half an hour, this is my target. Please strategize what to do in networking. Understand what is the best thing you can do, right? See, for everything, there is a purpose. Let me try to show you something. I'll have to switch my screen. Let me just do that and share my screen with you. Because I'm talking so much about LinkedIn, I thought something we have to. Yes. Okay. Very soon the screen will load. You will all be able to see it. I hope it is visible now to all of you. Simple thing. When you actually look at someone's profile on LinkedIn, right? The first thing before you even start networking is making sure that your own profile is complete. If that is not there, please don't blindly start networking with people because there is no value addition for them. Let me give you an example. If you have to complete a profile, let's take my profile for example right now. My titles are clear. What I'm doing is very clear. The analytics and all, forget about that part. That is about the posts. What I have done in terms of experience is very clear. There are some featured posts I have put. That is very clear. Activities are there. Everything is filled. Information filled. If this is something you are able to do or achieve, then your profile will automatically attract a lot of attention. There is something known as profile views on LinkedIn. Okay. And LinkedIn will keep giving you notifications. Your profile got 760 views recently. Your post mapped 800 impressions recently. Why is it that we have to look at this data? Because at the end of the day, we have to know whether our profile is doing well or not. How do we know otherwise that we have to do something. Complete your profiles first. Point number 1. Second, as you have keywords, everyone else has keywords also. So what do you have to do? Use the search mechanism very carefully. There is a search bar on top on LinkedIn. Everything can be searched from there itself. So if I say math, I'll just do this to know if there are some results available. Let's say math tutor. Just showing you what comes up. Whatever results are shown, you'll always have a provision to filter them out. See, look on top, you have these filters. Posts, people, jobs, companies, events, groups, schools, courses, products, services. All these filters are there for you. What am I supposed to do now? Let's say I just want to look at people. So I'll click on people. These are the people who come up. Now there is one person whose profile has come on top. Vaibhav Sharma. Why does his profile come on top? Can anyone tell me? Relevance. When I'm searching math tutor, according to LinkedIn and as per his profile details, he is the most relevant profile that comes. That means he has a good profile, by the way. Okay. What you have to do is, if you're trying to improve your own profiles, do this search. So for example, right now Pallavi is into web development. So what should she search for? Web developer. Some profiles will come. First one, second one, third one, or fourth one, max fifth one. These are all good profiles. Go to them, study their profiles. Then what will you do? Make sure that the titles, descriptions, everything, copy it, paste it in ChatGPT, make modifications, tell ChatGPT it is about you, not about this person. I have this experience. I am taking this profile as example. Please analyze it and give me my own profile that is similar to this one. That's all you have to do. It will give you the entire profile. Start making modifications to your profile. Make the titles attractive. Make the description detailed. Use bullet points. Do everything that makes your profile streamlined. 1, 2, 3, 4. So titles, description, work experience, achievements, recommendations. Everything in one line. Once you have done that, you know what happens as reverse psychology here? Someone searching for a candidate will land up on your profile. So when I search tomorrow for math tutor, looking for an IT job, Kartika's profile will come. Suddenly, you are not doing this. The other person is doing this. You realize the reverse psychology works even better for you. So job strategy, job finding strategy is not just about what you do. It is about what people will do if you have optimized profiles. That is why social media profiles are important. Some people say, I'll Google you, what will I find? Good question. I would suggest you all should Google yourself once. Put in your full name, search on Google. What do you find? What you find is what everyone else will find. Remember that. And it is okay. It is okay. Even if someone finds your Instagram profile, there you are dancing. Okay. Here you are obviously creating a profile for job. There is no relevance. But people like to know people. That is simple. Keep it very, very simple at your end. Don't try to do anything which is out of the way. It is not required. See, for example, you have so many things that you can do within people also. Just look at this. I've just searched for math tutor, then people results have come. There is a provision for seniority, first degree connection, second degree, third degree connections, locations, current company. So many filters are there. See how deep the search can go for you. The deeper you go, the better your profile becomes. Simple funda I can give you. Even when you are searching for a job, okay, you will have a role in mind, right? The best thing to do is put that exact role in the search box. Simple. And filter it out. So let's say web developer. I'm searching for web developers now. See, people results, that Navya comes first. I'll see who she is. Her profile comes first. Then there is a stack of profiles that come. This can change, or you can change this based on looking for jobs, or looking for groups or anything like that. Make sure that the filters are used correctly. Once you get a job, see if your keywords are matching, your skill set is matching your profile, 60%, 70% match at least. Only then apply. Otherwise, do not apply. I've said this before. But what you can also do is from here, from this part, you can just find a profile that you find is is an experienced one, or maybe someone who can help you. Anyone who can help you. Let's say I can just click on founder web design. Let's say founder web design. I'm just randomly searching now. See, there is a person who has come on top. He's a founder at Moondru, apparently. I don't know what company this is. Performance driven web design in Google Ads. Pallavi, a person you can connect with. Go to his profile. Look at his profile. All these people are useful people for you. Founder is a person who's going to take a decision, of hiring. Make sure that you connect with the founders. Always the second strategy that you can use, because you are asking for strategies today, I am telling you all these things. Connect with decision makers. Don't connect with anyone randomly. There is no point connecting with random people. Who is a decision maker? Connect only with that person. Founders, CEOs, department heads. These are the people who make decisions. Don't connect with, again, strict no. Do not connect purely with HRs. They will be totally non-responsive to you, because that is what they do every day. And people pester them. They'll keep emailing them, sending their profiles without even asking, I want a job, I want a job. I'll tell you, I'm not saying it is funny, but I'll tell you what people do sometimes. I keep getting a lot of messages on my Telegram, because we have a huge group that runs on Telegram. Randomly, people will message. Yesterday, just day before yesterday, I got someone message, I'm a software developer, I'm looking out for a job. He had put his name, said I'm a software developer looking out for a job, and sent out a message. What will I do with that message? Nothing. Absolutely nothing I'll do. Because I don't even know the person. Why will I go out of the way to help someone? Make meaningful connections. Your job search will become very easy. What is the target right now? What target have I given you for networking? In a month, how many connections?
Minimum 20.
Absolutely.
Minimum 20.
Minimum 20. Please start doing it right now. If you make 20 connections, if you make 20 good connections, interact with 5 of them, 3 of them will help you. Simple. They'll say, okay, you are looking for this job now. Okay, I do know someone. Let me connect you to that person. That person will help you. What are you bypassing? The usual system of applying, going through the scanning process, then going through interviews. Everything is bypassed. Why? Because it came from the founder. The founder said, boss, ye resume dekho. Look at this resume. This person seems to be good. If he or she is good, let's hire that person. Interview karo. Do an interview. Done. How will you bypass if you do not have the network? So what is a part of the strategy here? You have to make sure that there is a strong network. Strong network starts from a platform like LinkedIn or even a platform like Herkey, which you all are using right now. But I feel you're not using it effectively because visibility is not there at all. I don't see any visibility. If there is no visibility, I will not connect. And I have no value addition, right? See, for example, let's assume that I connect with all of you on LinkedIn. Kartiga, Pallavi, Dhanya, all of you. What is the value addition for me? Tell me. Any value addition? Why should I connect with you? Answer this simple question, lot of things will be clear to you. One simple question I have asked. Why should I connect with you? Tell me.
We have requested you to help us. For my
Sorry?
personal, since we have requested you to help us.
Okay. Okay, Pavitra, I'll clarify your doubts. I just saw the chat window right now. I'll clarify your doubt as well about first degree and second degree connections. Part-time jobs, Rashmi, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you that also, how the profile came on top. To get visibility. Okay, Shweta, fair enough. Okay. You know what value addition is for me? Everyone has requirements, right? For me, it could be someday someone telling me, you know what, do you know any math tutor around? The other day, I'll just give you an example, and this is a thing which has actually happened 3 days back. I had mentored a person who is now a CEO of a company. He messaged me, he called me in fact 3 days back. He said, Omkar, do you know anyone who can teach me Kannada? I said, suddenly how you have like explained to me at least what you need. Then he said, you know what, I'm now going to be working with a lot of the people in my company, and I just want to learn the language, which is fine, which is okay. And I do know someone who teaches Kannada because he was in our group. I'm connected to him. What is the benefit now? They both will be connected. So the teacher gets to teach this person who is a CEO of a company. I am just the connection maker. Something, whatever they teach each other, whatever happens as a result is up to them, but I made the connection. So same thing can happen here also, na? You should be able to tell me that, Omkar, this is because you mentor so many women, right? I know these women groups, for them it will be very useful. I'll make sure I connect you to them. Then it is fine. This is a value addition for me. Then I might as well have you in my connections. And then I can also help you, no? Right? What is the idea of good networking and good job search strategy? There is something known as givers. Givers versus takers. So don't just be the person who is taking. I want a job. I want this. I want that. Please help me. Please connect me to this person. Are but why? Why will I do this? You offer something also, no? Okay, like Pallavi can say, Omkar, because you do a lot of web projects, no? Any technology help you, please tell me. I'll help you out. Any project, you run into any difficulties, you please call me. I'll get it sorted. Then at least I have some confidence. Otherwise, how will this work? You never know where opportunity is and how it comes to you. So what do you have to do for that? Be present and be active. Be present, be active. Two things. Be present where? Herkey community, LinkedIn, Instagram, not Facebook. Facebook is almost dead now. But Instagram, where people see you, right? People can see something about your personality. Do that. Pallavi, you think about doing something in web development, sharing your expertise through tips, pointers. If you're using Instagram, use Instagram effectively. Give tips for web development free. Start saying things which talk about web development. Do it. Don't consider the response, good response, bad response. Do it. Someone will tomorrow say, you know what, I've seen this girl on Instagram. She does very beautiful tips on web development. Fantastic. Why not? We'll work with her. No problem. Let's get her resume. Now it's happening the other way around. You're not doing it, they are doing it. Math tutoring, Kartika. Show your expertise in maths. Show your expertise which tells people how you will be useful in an IT setup. You understand? How many posts you guys are doing on LinkedIn? Tell me. When was your last post? Let's take a wild guess here. Last post. No idea, no? Absolutely no idea. Because it is not something you are regularly doing. 2 months back, Pavitra says. Pavitra, it happens. Okay, 2 months back. Even my last post was 1 month back. But there is something else that I did. I'll tell you what else I have done. Some people, they post it that they tag me in the post. I accept it. Doesn't hurt me, no? Someone tags me. I'm still visible on that post. Ask people to tag you. Okay? These are all pointers. Ladies, you all have to make notes of this. If you will forget this, this is not going to come back. I know the recording will be there, maybe with Avneet and the rest of the team, and someday you can refer it. But make sure that you take these pointers and use them. Allow tagging. Allow people to, make a post and then tag you. And it's in your area of interest. For example, someone has put a very good post on mathematics on LinkedIn and it has gone viral. Okay. And some posts go viral, you never know. It just clicks with people, 4,000 likes, 5,000 likes. Ask that person, hey, you know what? This is a very interesting thing, very close to my heart, mathematics. Can you please tag me in this post? Let that person tag you. See the magic happens after that. Automatically, you will get people coming to your profile from nowhere. Absolutely from nowhere. So, see, recordings are not shared for a reason. Because if recordings are shared, then the rest of them who have not come will never come for the sessions, right? So there is a purpose why you all should come. Are you learning something good right now or not? Tell me. Is this all useful? Absolutely. Then you all should come. That is the reason I am coming here, right? Otherwise, what is the point? If we are not focusing enough on doing something where the role reversal happens. I'll tell you 3 instances. I will not take their names, but 3 instances who have got jobs from LinkedIn without applying because people come to their profiles. What are they doing? They consistently post. One, they do something interesting in the post. So if it's not just about web developing, Pallavi again, for example. Pallavi, it is not about you telling how web development is done, what are the technologies used, blah blah, that everyone knows. Correct? What is the newest concept in web development, Pallavi, right now? Newest concept.
Animations. That to continuous animations.
Anything else?
Color changing.
Okay.
Loading of the page.
Fast loading, right? Fast loading websites.
Fast loading of the page.
The biggest concept right now, which is 3D websites.
Yeah, right.
You would have heard of it, right?
Yes.
Everywhere there are 3D websites, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
You search for 3D websites on LinkedIn, you will get a lot of posts. Okay. What do you have to do now? You have to make sure that you are in with the trend and post something about the trend. So, hey guys, I was working on this 3D website yesterday. I found out that because of this, XYZ thing can happen, which benefits your business. Put it, let it go on LinkedIn. People will see it. They'll say, "Arey, 3D website expertise. I am looking for a 3D website developer. Okay, let me connect with Pallavi once." Happens the other way around. Right? Okay, tell me, you are saying something. Ask me, go ahead.
Yeah, but how to start with my initial question is like how to start with, like how to start with a post. See, hardly we know anything. only
No
be a
problem.
starter, wherein we'll be having only 4 or 5 points. What we should put it on the LinkedIn is my question actually.
You
How
have
we should proceed?
you have a best friend right now. Okay, one is of course friends like me who are there, who are coming to these sessions and giving you tips. Then there is another friend these days. What is it? Tell me.
ChatGPT.
Fantastic. Go to ChatGPT. I'll give you another idea. Okay.
Okay.
Put your experience. My name is Pallavi XYZ. I'm a web
Hmm.
developer with this XYZ years of experience.
Hmm.
Now I'm trying to be active on LinkedIn. Provide me
Hmm.
10 post ideas to start with. Done.
Okay.
It will give you everything.
Okay.
Post
Okay.
types, post ideas, images to use, videos to use. Start.
Okay. Okay.
Same thing
Sure.
applies to all of you. Okay. Math tutor, start with maths. Web developer, start with web. Pavitra, Dhanya, know your expertise. Go with your expertise. Okay. Know your expertise, go with your expertise. You start this and tell me 1 month, 2 months down the line what difference this has made to you. I
Yes.
will stop teaching LinkedIn if this doesn't make a difference. Guarantee I'm giving you. I have a very good thing I want to tell you guys, which someday you will use it. How many posts can we do? Okay, Pavitra, to be very precise, you can start by doing 2 posts a week. Just 2 posts a week. Find your days. Okay. Don't preferably post on weekends because weekends are normally quiet on LinkedIn. Try to post on Wednesdays, Tuesdays, Fridays. Friday's post can work on Saturday, Sunday also because people keep browsing LinkedIn. And look at other people's posts. What posts are doing well? Try to use those kind of posts also. If you think photo posts are doing very well, do a photo post. You click so many pictures, no? Where will you use the pictures? Use the pictures here. Is reposting okay? Absolutely okay. Absolutely okay. You find a good post, please repost it. Don't have to make content also, no? Someone has put an image, relevant image, it has already 1,000 likes. You repost it. Add your thoughts on top, repost. Fantastic. Job done. But please make a start. Reverse networking is happening very well right now. Reverse networking. If you're interesting, you don't even have to put your resume anywhere. They will come to you. Lot of time saving is going to happen in the future. You all have to tell me the results. That's why I told you to stay connected with me on LinkedIn because I will also see your posts. If I see it, I will also like it. I will repost it. Then what suddenly happens? Oh, this girl, I saw this girl, I think in Omkar's network. I also need a web developer right now. Omkar, please, can you please connect me to her? Done. Do not discount the effect of close good network in job searching. If your aim is for job searching, or even if it is to do your own business in the future, only one thing is going to work: network. Nothing else is going to work. Resume CVs are done only once, they are only modified later, right? Networking is a continuous process, continuous. And the good thing is, everyone is accessible to you on LinkedIn. Everyone, founders, CEOs, decision makers, influencers. Connect with everyone. What is the harm in doing that? They'll take some time to respond, or they'll not probably look at your profile at all in the beginning. Suddenly, when they see you're doing well, the attention will shift to you automatically. You don't have to do anything. Absolutely nothing. One simple example I'll give you right now, which will tell you how this is working in reverse. I was working with someone to optimize their LinkedIn profile. Okay. We did 3 sessions. I told him, optimize your LinkedIn profile. Lot of changes were done. I told him to get some recommendations also. made it very, very specific to what he was looking for. First thing that happens is your profile views go up, because relevant, no, it becomes. Suddenly the views go up. So Dhanya was getting like what, 20 views in the past. Suddenly she will get 150 views. She will not know from where this happened. Because how you are searching, people are also searching, no, for someone. Suddenly it shoots up. He started getting queries in his inbox. Oh, you are doing this Airbnb, no, I need consulting. I also want to open this business. Are you open to consulting offers? Comes from there. He did not even go to anyone. Reverse. Understand the concept of reverse psychology in networking, in job hunting. The time of, depending on your resumes, your profiles, your CVs is gone. That is why normal applications are not working. No, you apply to so many places, 10 places you apply, maybe one will someday respond, or one interview will happen. How many days you will do this? Simplify. Network. There is an event coming up right now, I believe. September is coming. There is an event. Correct? Her Rising is coming up. So many such events will happen. You have to be a part of these events. You have to go there, meet women who are, who might be in similar situations, or who might be able to give you some add-on that you did not expect. Talk to them, tell them, boss, this is what I'm looking for. Take pointers from them. How will I do this? What shall I do? How am I, how can I benefit from this? Or you know what, because you are in this field, I know this person in my network who can help you. So first give and then expect it back. You will get it. Networking works in beautiful ways that I have seen. If you don't do it, or if you're always behind and saying, let me see, normal application, job applications will work, it is not going to work anymore. Getting hired is one thing, staying hired is another thing now, because there are two very difficult things right now. But if you are a constant networker, you will never have job insecurity. Because Pallavi will know that I am here, but you know what? At every 6 months, I will get one more job offer. I will keep it aside. Options are there, no? Let them tell me to go, I will go. No issues. I have another job offer. But that is only going to come from network. Otherwise, it is not going to come. Now, just to briefly digress and answer one thing that Pavitra was asking about second, third degree connections. The person who is in your immediate connection, let's say I have connected with Pavitra right now. So Pavitra becomes my first degree connection. Pavitra is connected to Pallavi, but Pallavi is not connected to me. So she becomes a second degree connection. Okay. And third degree connection is not connected to either one of them. So completely a different person. Strategically out of my network is third degree connection. So LinkedIn works on a concept of first degree connections, second degree connections, third degree connections. 1, 2, 3. What should be your aim? First, to establish maximum first degree connections. Then go to second degree connections. Because you should have a network which is going to have a cascading effect. So first degree connection is Omkar. Omkar is connected to Pallavi. Pallavi is connected to Dhanya. Dhanya is connected to someone else. But essentially, they all come in my network. Only difference will be first, second, third degree connection. That's it. But I can connect to all of them. So two things, as I tell you, or as as we come to the close of this, if job strategy or finding a job is your target, there are only two ways of doing it. One, make sure that with the job descriptions, your skill sets match. 70% match is required. If it's below 70, chalo, 60 is acceptable. Below 60, don't go. You will not get shortlisted. Forget. Go apply somewhere else. Second, Start networking for a job more than applying for a job. Start networking. Go to people, go through their posts, appreciate their post, push a like, repost something that they have done. So what happens? You come in their visibility. I'll get a notification, right? For example, Pallavi has connected to me, Kartika is connected to me. Suddenly, one post I have done, and I see Kartika has reposted that. What's going to happen? I'll get a notification, and I'll see, okay, Kartika has reposted. Or nice. So, anyways, what I might do is it will always stay in my visual that okay, Kartika is continuously she reposts what I post. Now Kartika is in my mind, right? So in mind leads to remembrance. So next time someone tells me, math tutor, do you know someone? I have so many days I'm looking for someone. Suddenly I will say, there is one girl, she will do this. I think she's a best fit. Please go to my LinkedIn, she's in my connections. Finished. Done. Jobs are available to people who have networks these days. For everything else, you have that normal application process which we do, but it is becoming more and more ineffective now, unfortunately. And this, because I have told you this today, ladies, please remember that if you do not have stronger networks, you cannot get jobs easily these days. Decision makers, influencers, all these people you will have to connect with. You have to spend some time on this. This doesn't happen automatically, not a 1 day's job or 2 days job. It's a continuous process. So for part-time jobs, I think Rashmi has asked that question. There are of course some websites which can help you with part-time jobs, but let me tell you something which has worked very well for most of the people looking for part-time jobs. Again, it has to do with networking only. Now let's assume that Pallavi is looking for a part-time job as a web developer. How is that going to happen for her? At the end of the day, I am not going to say that you connect with XYZ person, he will give you a job. That effectively is not going to work. What will work is that she knows I am connected to a few other people who are into the same field, right? Like the founders we just saw on my screen that we are browsing right now. This person is in my connect. What Pallavi can say, Omkar, this is what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, I'm not connected to this person, but will you help me do that because I'm looking for some part-time work? This might just help me. I think he's a founder of that company. What I can do, you have to persuade me to have a joint call, maybe a Gmeet, introduce you to that person and say, boss, she's a web developer looking for a part-time job. I think you have some projects, right? Can you please talk to her? Let's see if that fits for you as well. You are also anyways looking, no? It can work very easily for you. Then applying for part-time jobs on different job portals which are there, or even different portals which are there. So Rashmi, again, for part-time jobs, you still have to have a strong network. Works easier than just applying for jobs, any kind of part-time jobs. This is something you have to be very careful of. Yes, Pavitra, what is the other doubt that I have missed? If you can just tell me that. Pavitra is there, but I don't think she has spoken. So what are the doubts?
Okay, profile come on the top.
Top post. Okay. What about top posts, Pavitra? Okay, clarify. Do you mean how the posts are shown on top? On what basis it will come?
And you told no, sir, if you are putting a keyword, so say for example here Aditya Deshmukh is the first profile. Correct. So on what basis it is filtered? Yeah.
On what basis it comes? Okay, fair enough. Now I understood. So Pavitra, the simple thing is, see, I was talking about keywords, right? For example, when I have told you so many things about your resume, let's say that the same paragraph that goes in your resume is slightly modified, still remains keyword rich, goes on your profile summary, including your title. Let me show that to you. Okay, this will clarify your doubts properly. Let's go to home. Let's go to my profile. And I'll show you something here. This part is your title. Look at this, the one I have highlighted. This is keywords. When people are searching, what will they search for? Business coach, mentor, women restarters, entrepreneurs, marketing, branding, digital marketing strategist. All keywords becomes my title. First thing to push me on the top. And this keeps changing, by the way. So let me tell you that also. Once you make a profile, it is not that it is completely optimized and stays optimized forever. Because things keep changing. So if someone else has done a better job than me, then I have to modify this again. This is the first part. So how do you manage to come on top? Change your title first. LinkedIn title. Work on that. Again, take help from ChatGPT, but make sure that no copy pasting is done. Now let's come here. What is the second most important thing? The about us. Look at this. Plain and simple, but very, very effective. Business coaching and mentoring with experience I have put, so effectively people know how much experience is there. And then I put one line for everything. So whether it is strategic business coaching, visual designs, UX driven digital experiences, strategy, web development assistance. Pallavi, something you have to look at. Now with all of this, all the words that I have put become keywords. And this keeps changing. So the moment I find that someone else is coming on top, I'll go ahead and modify it. So modification should happen. Again, next question could be, within how much time should I modify? So let me simplify this also for you. Ideally, every 2 months, after let's say this month, now in October, I'll do a search in October with my own keywords. If I am not on top, someone else comes on top, I'll go to that profile first. What keywords has this person added? Okay, this is doing well now. I'll modify my own. Then there'll be a fight, right? So when the fight happens, if I am posting more and I am more active, I'll be on top. Otherwise, that person will be on top. But it doesn't matter. I just have to be on the first 10, ideally. Because everyone browses the first page. So in the first 10, if you come, that is also enough. Now start thinking on these lines. And then what happens as a result? If you do this, reverse psychology happens. So instead of you looking out for a job, people are looking for you. Easy, very easy to get a job. Of course, a lot of other factors are still there, which depends on what kind of interviews you give, how confident you are. All of those things are secondary. But make sure that at least on the profile front, you are not struggling. You have to be where it is most required. Okay, I hope that I was able to clarify the doubts as I'm seeing here in the chat window. So that's great. I think this is where I'll stop. That's probably it. I hope you have understood the strategies. I hope some of these things will get applied in your job searches, not just your job searches, but even as a part of your networking strategies. What is the first thing to do now? Next, tell me, what is the next thing to do?
So first, we have to optimize our LinkedIn profile.
Correct.
And then build a network
Okay.
to meet the target as you fixed for us. Then we have
much before that, what you have to do? Much before that. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people. I am, of course, excluding Swati and Avneet out of this. 12, 13 people. Okay.
Connect with you, sir, first. Even we need to connect with ourselves because we were traveling for the past 2 months.
Now, I think this is the one thing which I've got in chat, right? Connect with me, right? Shilpa is saying that correctly. Absolutely. First, start with that. Forget about everything else. You have to start by connecting with me, right? See what connections I have. See where it is useful to you. Tap into my connections. That's how it is going to work. Okay, just one more thing, because Pavitra has put this in the chat window. What should be our answer for expected CTC for a career restarter? Okay, now ideally, Pavitra, this is the expected CTC and everything that you're talking about depends on two factors. Okay, one is what is the role that you're applying for. First, that is a first very important factor. Second, if you feel that your expertise is in line with what is being offered in the market. Okay, let's say if someone is looking for a web developer, I'll take Pallavi's example right now. So there could be two technologies that I'm desperately looking for. Now Pallavi is an expert in those two technologies. She might not have the absolute best experience, but she has the two best certifications available. Now what I can do is I can offer that job to Pallavi with the market CTC. So if I say the market CTC is, let's say, for example, I'm giving, let's say 12 lakhs per annum, whatever it is. Now for that market expectation, her profile is fitting even though she's a restarter. Why? Because she has more skills than others. If your skills are same, being a restarter, you will never be able to sell your profile to anyone, because they'll say, boss, I agree with you. Restarting career, fine. I'll give you a job. But the problem is that Kartika is actively working for last 8 years. So difference between him and you is, difference between her and you is 8 years of experience, continuous work, no break, no career break. You have had one unfortunate, okay, whatever career break, you are restarting. How this will be not correct, no? Because she will be of a more value addition to me. Now the problem Pallavi has is Pallavi has to prove how she can add value more than what Kartika adds, even though Kartika is continuously working. Right? So Pallavi, for that, what do we have to do? Or Pavitra, for that, what do we have to do? The most important thing, which is either you reskill yourself to the level where the CTC doesn't become a problem for you as a restarter. And just one pointer for the expected CTC and whatever you're saying, because you're restarting your career, it is okay to start one level down. It is okay to do that. So if they say, you know what, I'm sorry, but this is not possible for us, 12 will be too much. Can we come to 10? But we can start. If you say yes, we will start. Right now, what is the priority? Getting a job. Take it. It's okay to take one step back, but you can take 3 steps more in the future. Be very calculative about it. Don't be very rigid about expectations of salaries and your CTCs and everything, because they will not always match. If you are restarting, consider your break as the only problematic area for you, but make sure that you are able to match it with expertise and skills. Some compensation has to happen from your side. Work on your confidence, work on things which will help you crack more interviews. And if there is a closed network, even the CTC will not become a problem, right? That's the idea of telling you about networking. If you know the founder, Pallavi, what the founder is going to say, Pallavi, I know very well. What are you asking her CTC and all? If she is saying that much, no, you please pay her. It is okay. I know her. Finished. But that can only happen with networking, fortunately or unfortunately. That's the reason I'm emphasizing so much on that point, right? That is about it. Okay, ladies, unless you have any more questions to ask me, I think I have answered almost all the questions that have come. Avneet, are you there? Okay, I think for some reason.
Yes, Omkar, I'm very much here.
Yes. Hello, Avneet.
Hi.
So I think we are done, Avneet, for this session. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. I believe I have answered all the good. It's good to know there were some questions today. So I think that's the best part. More questions means everyone was listening intently.
Absolutely.
So that's about it, Avneet. And I hope to see all of you as a part of my connects now. That's the last thing I'll end this with.
Come on, ladies, let's take a picture before we wrap up for
Yes,
these
that will be great.
informative sessions.
If you all can be on video, some of you are there, of course. Okay,
Yes,
Pavitra
so
has come.
let's have everyone on the video just for one picture. Come on. At least that much we can do.
So okay, Swati has
Yes,
also come.
me
Great.
too, Shruti, Shweta,
I think
Neha, Pratibha,
maybe
Pushpa.
I think Swati and Avneet, if they don't do any networking now, then I think then maybe I'll have to go and bang my head somewhere, because I think there have been so many repetitions of this for them that at time now I feel nervous, because they both will be there. They'll say, "Arey, ye to last time this was there." Omkar new content. From where I'll bring new content now? But at least I know they both will be doing this somewhere. So I presume that is going on.
So you'll be happy to know, Omkar, that me and Pallavi, we met for a networking event.
Oh, fantastic. Very nice. Very nice. See, it is again benefits, Pallavi. I'm telling you, you start with it. Whatever you want to do 10 years down the line also will be very easy for you. So, great. Some videos have come. I think, Avneet, let's take a picture.
Yes. Okay, ladies, on the count of 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Done? Okay, fantastic.
I shall be
Thank you
sharing
very
this
much.
picture. I don't know, but yes, you can use this picture as well as
Yes,
and write a post on the
the
LinkedIn that you have
communities.
attended
Yes, yes.
a session like this.
Please write it on communities, girls. It is very important. They should know that you're playing your part in reskilling yourself also, which is very important, right? So keep doing that. Okay, that's it.
So I
Avneet,
will be
thank
waiting for
you.
this post to come on Herkey portal as well. Pallavi, you
Yes,
know what I'm talking about, and most of you who are all already on the Herkey portal, please start posting. Now, Kartika, start posting about your
yes,
math skills, right?
absolutely,
Sure,
absolutely.
ma'am.
Now
Sure,
you know
sure.
what to post.
Yeah.
Now you guys know what to post. Okay, and thank you very much for all the kind words that you have given me in the chat window. Really appreciate it. Next step, as I said, I've already got some connection requests. Please do connect with me on LinkedIn. Stay connected. If you have any doubts, anything at all, please ask me. Make an effort. I'll answer you. Right? I'll be in touch. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Take care,
very much,
everyone.
everyone.